Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, from whichever location you're watching us. So today we are going to do germination tests on seeds. Most times people buy seeds and you hear them say, "Oh man, the seed I bought did not germinate." Oh, and one question I always ask them: what are the conditions you planted the seeds? How did you plant the seeds? What are the conditions you store the seed prior to your planting? Some of you buy seed and while driving home, you put it in the boot of the car, you put it also somewhere else in the car that heats up. One thing you should know that seeds are living embryos and heat destroys seeds. When you buy seeds and keep them in a very hot place or under the sun or in the car boot, anywhere that is hot, the heat can destroy the embryo. And that way, when you plant them, you are not getting any germination. Even when you get germination, you get a very low percentage. Again, when you get to your house, where do you keep the seed? Do you just drop it anywhere? The temperature where you store your seed matters. I've also taught us on how to store seed properly and the temperature at which seeds are being stored. And then, before you start to complain that seed did not germinate, have you done a germination test on that seed? When you buy seed, first test for germination test. A quick one, you can do it in your house, you can do it in a lab. You need a plastic container. If you are doing it in the lab, you need petri dishes. Students of agriculture will know, or our breeders or scientists will know what a petri dish is. But this case, we are just doing a local one that farmers can easily do. So we are using a plastic container. Then you need your seed. Here we are using okra seeds. Want to test for germination of this okra? What do? First, you have to soak them overnight. And I have already soaked mine. So I soak it overnight. So I'm going to drain away the water and so that we have the seeds. So I drain away the water in it. And now we have just the seed inside. Just the seed. Then you get a tissue paper, or you can use cotton wool, but I'm using tissue paper for this experiment. And this is the tissue paper I'm using. So I get one of the papers and I place it on this, inside the plastic container. Inside the plastic container, I can double it. I can double the tissue paper. So I laid it inside the plastic container, and the seeds I have pre-soaked or soaked overnight. That's the pre-soaked seeds. I will now introduce them inside this. Okay, these are the seeds. I will introduce them. Do not overpack them. If you are using, just know the number that each container can accommodate. So I'm not going to put everything so they don't overpack. I'm going to a bit space them out a bit. Don't worry, give me some time. I'm going to show you how it looks like, just trying to place them. So be patient with me. We have some impatient ones, so be patient with me. Okay, I didn't put everything. I only put the ones that I know can a bit accommodate inside. Okay, I don't know whether you can see. I don't want to flip it upside down so it doesn't so after I have put everything, I'm going to wet or dampen it. So I'm going to wet the tissue. This is a hand sprayer. I'm going to wet the tissue, dampen it, dampen the tissue. Make sure you wet it very well. Okay, I've dampened it very, very well, and I'm going to seal up the container. I'll seal it up. So I'll now place it in a warm place. Maybe your room, that place that is always very warm in your room, that's where you keep it. It needs a warm place. So I'm going to place it maybe inside a cupboard or on a shelf, just any warm place. If there is AC in your room, don't place it under AC. You just need a warm place. Then allow it to germinate. For some certain crops, they have different germination period. Like for tomatoes, it takes 4 days. For okra, it takes also 3 to 4 days. For cucumber, it takes also 3 to 4 days, depending. For pepper, it takes about 7 to 10 days. So depending on the crop you are trying to pass the germination. So I'll be keeping this for 3 to 4 days, then I'll check up on it. I hope you learned this simple hack or simple trick you can use to test for germination. So before you complain of seed not germination, carry out a germination test on it. And also be mindful of how you store your seeds. Because when you go to an agro shop has a certain temperature that stores seeds. So when you buy them and go and dump them in a very hot environment and the embryos are destroyed, it is your fault. It's not the fault of the agro dealer. So thank you. Bye.